After a week of being stuck in the mud, this is the first time this little car has made it out. Yay! Well, I wanted to say hello and check in, and I am back in the front section of the horse trailer. It's about the only place right now I can tape, even though everything's orange and it makes me look orange. So, barring the orangeness of this moment, I wanted to go over this idea today. I'm just hitting a wall, and I wanted to get your input. As you saw in the title, the question is really, what do you do to inspire yourself to keep moving forward when you're facing things like despair, discouragement, frustration, limitations, hitting that wall? I wanted to throw it back to you and get your input. I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm thinking when I say that, but first we're going to take a deep breath and I will see you on the other side. So as I was setting up the tripod to try to do this video, the tripod broke. So my fingers are crossed that it does not go crashing down mid-conversation and break the camera. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's the way everything for me has been going for almost a year now, since last June. And it's been really difficult. And it's been on and off, but since December, it's just been a slam. And one of the reasons I didn't want to make videos about my personal life anymore is because nothing's going right. I mean, nothing is going right, just like the tripod. And then people weigh in. Like I saw a comment of the video where some guy says, well, the reason you haven't finished the horse trailer is because you don't know how to use the tools. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. And I think, you know, as small as my channel is, and as little feedback like that as I get, I still don't like it. You know, I've expressed multiple times, I don't like people giving me advice. I don't like people feeling sorry for me. You know, the kinds of things that make me push forward or get back up when I fall down, I don't think are necessarily the same things that hold true for other people, because it hasn't really connected with you in this videos. But you know, you've seen me sort of shift this idea where I want to talk about what does it mean to stay human and doing the work. And those are really the two core things I believe that we all have in common, is how do we keep moving forward in our own survival regardless of what our unique and our individual journey is. And so it's not about belief systems, it's not about solving problems, it's not about trying to control everything out there so that we can have a perfect life. You know, the one thing I want to give back is how to support you in your journey that is unique to you, because I think that we all have incredibly valuable and unique journeys, and other people judging and weighing in and solving problems and stuff, that just doesn't help, because you know, I absolutely know what's going on with me has zero to do with solving the problems that I continuously am facing against. It doesn't have anything to do with solving the problem. It has to do with something that's personal for me that I don't want to share now, but maybe we'll see how it goes once these things resolve. And so that's, you know, where I'm at. But what makes it difficult with these videos and how to continue is really asking this question. You know, I don't want to show you my personal life. I don't want to just lecture. But if there's one thing that I want, and I wish I could also give to others, is when things are hard, when you feel frustrated, when you just need that little something in this world of such superficial experiences and, you know, connections that just aren't that meaningful for the most part. Some people have them, but a lot of people don't. And some of the emails and the comments, you know, they break my heart, because people are going through really bad things. Nothing bad is happening to me. I'm just really frustrated. And that to me is, you know, very, very different. But even over the course of my career as a social worker and just personal interactions, the thing that has always held the most value for me, is to be able to be there for others in a way that is actually helpful. And not having that face-to-face makes it extremely difficult. I've tried doing the artsy stuff, I've tried doing intellectual stuff, I've tried to do showing you what's going on here stuff, and none of that feels good to me. The things that make me feel like I want to get up and keep going are very personal to me. And so I wanted to ask you, do you like seeing other people succeed? What I think that's a really common one is when we can see the underdog or we can see the achievement, and it's extremely difficult when you're in the throes of it not going well. Do you lie, right, as most social media does? Do you create the illusion that everything is perfect? Do you be too honest, which has its own issues and ramifications? And the reality is I know some of you said, I like it when you go out and you interview other people. Me too. I was watching, that video I did with Jeremy, but I just don't have the time, the money, or the energy right now to go visit other people and do videos. You have to remember, I don't make any money on these videos. I only get income when people buy things or sign up for the membership. So running around, traveling, and making videos that are entertaining, that's free. That's my cost and my burden to bear. And I can't do it right now. I've got too many other things going on. But I still want to be here in a way that provides support. And so, I'm just really struggling because the platitudes, I think, are kind of, they just miss the mark. And the quotes, all those things that everybody else is already doing, they just feel superficial. And so I wanted to throw it back to you because too many people in our world right now can't have that kind of personal one-on-one conversation that's truly supporting. Somebody that knows your history, somebody that's not trying to solve all your problems for you or tell you what to do or even try to fix it. Because I think the greatest gift that each of us can give each other, at least this has been my experience, is just that gift of being there when the person falls down. As a social worker, the best thing that I did was to be, a witness and stand next to people who had just had somebody they loved die, because there were no words, there wasn't a problem to be solved. It was just the strength to be present with them in that moment. And I tell you, they were the only people that ever would come back later and say, thank you. Everybody else would just say, well, is that all? Can't you do more? We are a very funny world. So I just wanted to throw that at you, because the simple things that make me feel better, other than the ones I would really like to do, which would be, eat ice cream and watch movies with the covers over my head, are not an option. And there's just too many things I can't control and too many limitations that are out of my control. So it's really difficult to do simple, small things like try to clean up in the midst of endless mud and make progress and not being able to find the things that I need, or waiting for the people to be able to be available to help me what I need to be helped with, or to be patient while I wait to have the money to buy the next thing that I need. So it's, I've learned the small things that help me, writing in the journal, which has been tough, finding simple ways to sort of shift my focus away from what I don't want back onto what I do want. But I really am struggling with what to do at the social media level without just, like I said, throwing all my own crap out there, because that doesn't feel good to me. I'm too raw, I'm too in the middle of it, and I just don't want people's unsolicited feedback. Nobody does. And so I still want to participate, I still want to make videos, I still want to find a way to be supportive, but I thought it was a really good moment in time, and this is different for men and women, about how you find inspiration and support and motivation, how you find a way to move through the resistance that makes you want to just sit on the ground and not get up. That's not just from within yourself. What kinds of things out in the world? Is it certain kinds of imagery? Is it certain kinds of music? Is it certain kinds of videos that you watch? Certain kinds of books that you read? I would be really interested to know. And I also would like you to share, so the people who are having a hard time have resources to them. Because we in this world where so many people are so isolated, and it's not getting any easier. It's just really hard to find that inner fortitude on some days to just stand up and keep moving forward when everything, like the tripod that you touch, seems to break under your fingers, when nothing is going right. Because I believe that that is where our strength and our character is built. I don't think solving the problem solves the deeper personal work and the inner character question and all that other stuff that's going on. Solving the problem is not what the issue is. Developing the inner fortitude to meet the problems without collapsing, or at least permanently collapsing. I think that's the real test and the trial. And I've spent my life trying to figure out what works for me. So my question is, what kinds of things work for you? And what can we do here on this channel and in our own personal life to lift ourselves up in a way that wins for everybody? So nobody's sacrificing themselves, that kind of thing, in order, or lying or pretending. I hate that, pretending. So I just wanted to share that with you without showing you what's actually happening. But it's, to me, this is just part of my process. I'm dealing with it in my way, but I still want to be able to offer support to you in your way. And that's been hard for me because, what I've noticed is if I overshare what's going wrong, I lose credibility on how to help you make things better for yourself. And I don't want to sacrifice helping you while you're busy focused on me, thinking that you're helping me. That just isn't the way this works. I think that we'll be successful because my goal isn't just about me and you. My goal is to create those of us willing to do the work to be strong for others when it's not just us personally facing a crisis, but when it gets way bigger. You hone yourself, you hone your skills, you temper your own steel in the midst of personal crisis, and those are the skills, the traits, the characteristics, the value that you bring when it starts happening at a bigger level, whether it's just your family, whether it's your community, or if the sun goes boom and it's all of us. I think that's the real value in doing this kind of work within ourselves. But it begins with us, it begins with you, and so feedback on what works for you, not me solving my problems, but what helps you get back up, besides a drink or a donut. Put those things below. I will take them into consideration, and more importantly, hopefully other people who watch this video down the road will benefit also. And with that, we're going to take a deep breath, and I someday will see you from someplace else, which may be our next time.